Your Honor, this behemoth claims Christmas starts before Thanksgiving.
Christmas starts after Halloween.
Order! Order in the court. Gavin, state your reasoning on why Christmas starts after Thanksgiving.
Yes, explain yourself.
Well, Thanksgiving is another holiday that happens before Christmas. Plus, who wants to hear Christmas music all the time for the next 2 months? I would also like to bring in a witness.
Well, actually, I think Christmas starts on November 1st, right after Halloween.
Objection!
Overruled. Mika, your response.
I think that Thanksgiving happens at different times in most of the places that celebrate it anyways. And who wants a month full of turkeys? That's just stupid. I would also like to bring in a witness.
Well, actually, I think that Christmas starts after Thanksgiving on December 1st because of the snow.
How dare you? Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled. I've reviewed both sides and I've come to a conclusion. Both sides are equal. You must all get along. So if you believe that Christmas starts after Halloween, then it does for you. And if you believe that it starts after Thanksgiving, then that's what you should do. No more fighting.
Welcome back to UCA News, everybody. I'm your anchor today, Mika.
And I'm your other anchor, Raiha. We have a lot in today's episode, so let's get started.
Starting off with announcements, and personally, my favorite announcement this week is Thanksgiving break is 2 weeks away from today.
I cannot wait. But aside from that, course completion should be at 68% by the end of this week. So if you aren't there, just make sure to take that time this weekend to get caught up back up.
And finally, make sure to check your webmail for something from Mr. G, aka Nathan Jelta, that was sent out this Monday. We need your help with something.
Okay, but why are you acting so secretive?
Because, well, we don't want them to hear.
Huh? Who?
The teachers.
Oh, I see. Then let's move on from that topic.
Yeah, I agree. And that wraps up announcements from this week. So let's get on to our segments for the week.
Now I know we had a book segment last week. I promise this is the last one. Maybe, probably not.
The UCA Book Fair is now open. This is the perfect time to pick yourself up some new books. We have a few recommendations that you should be able to find at the virtual book fair. Let's check them out. Thunder City by Philip Reeve. This standalone Mortal Engines novel follows an unlikely crew of fighters. Together, they must find a way to outwit the assassins that are determined to drag them back to the Assassin's Arcade and try to take back the city of Motoropolis. Wild Wave. When a tsunami heads for the coast, Nick Chase and Jess Hardy have to run. They make it into the woods above the bay, only to see the sea flooding their entire neighborhood along the shore, destroying everything. In the broken landscape that's left behind, the two must try to find their ways to safety. But when they come across a stranded elderly couple, it's up to Nick and Jess to work together to get help so that they can all make it out alive. The School for Wicked Witches by Will Taylor. Ava Hartstraw has never even considered being wicked, but when she goes to take her entrance test for a witch academy, she doesn't even get the reaction she's expecting, and is the first kid in memory from the West to be sent to the School for Wicked Witches.
Now, I'm always on the edge about getting books from the book fair since I'm not a huge reader, but I think this year I will probably get one of those suggestions.
Same. Now let's take a quick break and look at this week's joke of the week.
How much do dead batteries cost? Nothing. They're free of charge.
I always appreciate a good science joke. It reminds me of when we did the Minute of Science every week.
Yep, and speaking of doing a segment every week, let's look at some shoutouts that we've started doing weekly.
This shoutout comes from Corbin. He submitted an epic shoutout for Mika. He said this: I'd like to shout out Mika Noakes. Mika has been such an essential part to the esports and news team that I don't know where we would be without him. Thank you, bro.
We also have another pet shout out. This person didn't submit their name, but it sounds like they have an awesome dog. Here's what they sent in. I want to shout out my dog Daisy. She's very cuddly and is always there for me during tough times. She usually snuggles with me during school, and I love her so much.
Aislinn, someone had this to say about you. Aislinn M deserves a shout out. She's super funny, nice, and a great friend.
I got one. Thanks, Corbin. This shout out thing is awesome.
Totally. But you know what else is awesome?
What?
Cooking! And on that note, let's go and take a look at an amazing cooking segment.
Hello and welcome back to the cooking segment. I'm your host Sylvia. Today we are making Rice Krispie treats. You will need cooking spray, 3 tablespoons unsalted butter, 5.5 cups mini marshmallows, 6 cups Rice Krispie treats, or well, just Rice Krispies or puffed cereal, candy melts, and optional candy googly eyes, or in my case, sprinkles. I already have my ingredients measured out, and I've already prepped the 9x13 pan that you will need. So first we'll be melting our butter in a saucepan over low heat. I already have my pan heating up, and now I'm going to put my butter in. Once your butter is melted, it took about 10 minutes for me, you will add your marshmallows and you will stir until they are melted as well. Once your marshmallows are done melting, you'll want to take it off the heat and add your Rice Krispie treats. You'll want to stir until it's well coated, or this. You'll then want to transfer it into your 9x13 pan. You will want to press it down as I am. You can also use black paper if you would like. You now want to melt your candy melts. Eyeball it. There's an exact measurement for the candy melts. I will be heating these up in the microwave for about a minute or so. It took about 2 minutes each for my candy melts to melt. However, yours can be extremely different, so just estimate. I'd start with 30 seconds and then continue on until you have your candy melts melted. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the Rice Krispie treats and we're going to dip them in the candy melts. Either or even both. And once you dip them, you can dip them into sprinkles or any other topping of your choice, such as the Candy Googly Eyes product. It does not need to look pretty at all. If you do decide to make it, know that it is extremely messy. Hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
I wish I could eat that. That looks amazing. I'll have to make it myself.
Don't get distracted just yet. We still have to finish the episode.
You're right. Sorry. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching this week of UCA News.
And don't forget to tune in next week.
Because, like we've been saying for the past 4 years,
We're
UCA.
C